Welcome to the Aesthetic Advantage podcast, where we explore the business of beauty, wellness, and medical aesthetics. Each week, we bring you insights into treatments, innovations, and strategies shaping the industry. And if you're business focused, find out what makes this franchise worth owning. Let's get started.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Loni Le Van-Etter, and I am the owner and founder of Glosshouz Spa Center Franchise. We are a day spa, med spa, and robust membership model business out of Denver, Colorado. We've been in business since 2016, and this presentation is to give you all of the information that you need to learn about the franchise opportunity and decide if this is the type of business that you would love to have in your community. First, let's talk about what makes Glosshouz so great. Our multi-service expertise means that we have very many multiple revenue streams, and the customers come in for one type of service and then they learn that we're doing all types of services. So it's a great cross-selling marketing machine to your existing customers. Next, we have an unbeatable loyalty program called the BFF Savings Program. And this is a monthly program that we have upwards of 1,000 members per location. And lastly, we have great brand appeal. Customers love the aesthetics of the spa design. They love the amenities that we have and the luxuriousness of the spa facility as well. They just love our personnel. We spend a lot of time to develop our culture and make sure the team is very welcoming and friendly and makes the guests feel like they're so happy and confident and that they want to be there all the time. Besides all of that, it's just a very fun business to run. It's fun getting to know your guests and your clients as well as your wonderful team members. So we'll start at the beginning. We have a Glosshouz flagship location that is located in Centennial, Colorado, and this is on the south corner of Denver, Colorado. I'm the owner-founder, and I have a background in engineering in corporate technology world. I have been in this business for 10 years now. We opened May 8th on Mother's Day, 2016. We introduced the BFF Savings Program, which is really the key to our tremendous growth in revenue, and we introduced that program in 2020. We have multi-service treatment categories, so more than 20 different types of services, and we are a one-stop shop for all things beauty, spa, and wellness. We have amenities such as food and beverage, lush robes and lockers and showers. Monthly members generate most of our revenues, and I'll show you some of those numbers later. And the type of services that we provide in beauty and spa are going to be hair, nails, massage, facials, body wraps, lash extensions, waxing, and makeup applications. Then on the medical aesthetic side, we have Botox and fillers, all types of injectables, threads like lifting threads and smooth threads, laser treatments like laser facials and laser hair removal. We also have RF microneedling and body contouring devices. And we also have a medical entity that oversees the ownership of the medical operations and the medical organization. And that is why you do not need to be a medical provider yourself to own this business. We provide the structure and the corporate legal arrangement for you to work with our medical entity to help oversee your spa medical operations and to also develop future aesthetic and wellness treatments that are coming to the market. Again, here are the service categories. And when you decide to franchise with us and become an operating partner, then you just need to decide what size of a spa do you want to have in your community. So we have the largest size. It is 3,800, almost 4,000 square feet, and we provide all of the different services. When you come to your location, you may want to have a smaller investment to get started, in which case you could have an optimized format that is about 3,000 square feet, and that would still be able to provide all the different kinds of treatments that we do. And then we also have a third smallest format, which is a med spa format, primarily doing med spa and facial skincare treatments, and that one is about a 2,000 square foot facility. So that's your decision to make when you're getting started with us. and we will help walk you through it and help you decide based on the data that we have to show the revenue categories relating to the facility size. Some of the topics that we'll cover in this presentation include your spa size selection, as I just mentioned, financing, how you're going to go about investing and coming up with the financing needed to build the spa center. As well, we'll cover the franchisor operations and our support for your franchise business. And that is going to include staffing. We'll help you with staffing, with marketing and advertising, with real estate selection and lease negotiation, as well as the construction piece of building the spa. We have great partners that help us with building the Glosshouz location. And lastly, we help configure and arrange all of the software technologies for our software stack that we use to create great touch points with the customers in this modern day age of doing business. And the last thing is business coaching. We do not want you to feel alone, so we are going to be with you every step of the way. We will help coach you on your business as you're getting started and keep in touch with you and work with you on a monthly basis so that we can optimize your metrics for your business and get you to profitability and the highest revenue possible in the shortest amount of time. As I mentioned before, these are the spa size selection categories. So the original spa center format is 3857. And so you could have a spa that is around 4,000 square feet. That would be the largest format. It would have extra space for a luxurious ladies' lounge. It would have a party room, a large consultation room, and separate blow dry and nail counter spaces. But in the optimized, smaller full-service format, which is the second category, we have a 3,000 square foot space. And that one is optimized to be able to provide all the same treatments with all the stations and rooms required, except that it doesn't have any extra space in the spa that is not needed primarily for revenue generation. And the last format is the medspa focus format. That one is about 2,000 square feet. Be aware that if you do choose that format, you are able to provide medspa and aesthetics and wellness treatments, as well as skincare treatments, massage, body wraps. But the two primary categories that you're not able to provide with that smaller format are going to be hair salon and nail salon in that format. Let's look at the original spa center format. So this is the almost 4,000 square foot space. And the way that it's arranged is you walk in the door here. There's actually two front doors. Reception is here on the left and has 4 bar stools along the front. And then this curved bar is the nail counter. So that's where we do manicures. In the middle, we have the refreshments area where we make smoothies and snacks and prepare cocktails and things of this nature. And then when you go through this way, the pedicure platform is this sort of curved stations right here. And then on the far left, we have the blow dry bar. So that is just a length of chairs, and the backwash shampoo stations are in this back corner. When you go to the front right corner of the spa, this is a glassed-in consultation room, and sometimes we do have little parties there. Then we have a colorist room where we mix the color for the hair salon. And when you go in through this way, this is a luxurious ladies' lounge. So we have showers and lockers and vanity seating that people can get ready and get back to work or go out for the night. They can get ready in this nice ladies' lounge. And when you go through here, we have a relax room, which has a fireplace along one side and then seating for about 6 or 7 people. And when you go to the back of the spa, then we have all the spa treatment rooms, some of which do have soaking spa bath along with the massage tables. So that is a very nice feature that the customers love. And we do all types of services back here, including the medical aesthetics, the facial treatments, the body sculpting, laser hair removal, and so on. And then we have another restroom back here that the team uses, a large break room where we have lockers and a kitchen, and also a supplies room where we get the products and implements that we need to perform the service. So that is the original layout and the format of the spa. Next, we'll go to what we call the optimized, smaller but full service spa format. And so as you can see here, this is a 3,000 square foot rectangle, and the stations for nails and blowouts have been combined into station area instead of two separate ones, and the pedicure is along this right bottom corner. Then we have the backwash shampoo stations and the hair salon area. The ladies' room is much smaller in this format. You are able to go to the relax room and have optional sauna and relax room in this format. And you have the same number of treatment rooms, which are the 8 treatment rooms. Another restroom is in the bottom left corner, and the break room is in the far back left corner. And for the smallest format, the medspa focus format, this is about 2,000 square feet. And I would say this is probably the way most franchise facility spa businesses are arranged, is you have the reception and some retail space, you have a nice consult room, all the same number of treatment rooms, a relax area, male and female bathrooms toward the back, and then you also have the break room and where you do the laundry and get supplies. So to wrap it up, this is how the initial investment would work out. Depends on which format of spa center you would desire to invest in. And the largest size, the initial investment is going to require about $1 million of net worth financial requirement, as well as about $300,000 in liquid capital. And the spa facility and build out is going to be from $885,000 up to $1.359 million. And then we have the optimized smaller format, which is about the 3,000 square foot model. And that one is from $611,000 up to $956,000 and requires $250,000 liquid. And then we have the smallest med spa focus format, which you can invest in from as little as $411,500 up to $759,800 and requires $200,000 liquid. And the difference in these ranges are going to be which equipment do you decide to choose optionally in the beginning, and also depends on your area, how much it is to build per square foot. It depends on what amount of tenant improvement dollars you are going to get as an allowance for your construction, and that would come from the landlord. Again, we would help you with the lease negotiation to include those conversations and make sure that we can get the best price to build the spa as possible. Let's talk about the Glosshouz operational support systems from the franchisor. So first thing that we're going to do is we will introduce you to lenders for figuring out your financing. How are you going to come up with the liquid capital needed and the loan type in order to invest in a spa franchise of this size? So that will be to our bank lenders as well as specifically SBA lenders, ROBS, rollover for business startup type lenders that can use your 401k or your IRA dollars to invest in a new franchise with us. So there's different ways that we can go about getting the financing piece of it in place, and we're happy to introduce you to those type of lenders. Next, we have a real estate and construction company that we use to help look for commercial lease spaces that are of the size of facility that you would like to build, and they will narrow it down in your city, help set up showings for you, and be able to help you with your lease negotiations and organizing how to select the perfect location for your Glosshouz Spa Center. They'll also help with the construction manager, setting up the architect to develop the plans and then bidding out to 3 general contractors, and also help project manage your build as well. Then we also help configure and set up your technology stack. So that is going to be your spa operating software, your texting software, your reviews, solicitation software, your medical records software, and different systems that we have in place to help run the spa operations. Also, it will help you when you are getting ready to open your spa. We'll be helping you provide job descriptions for hiring and also discuss the compensation plans that you're able to provide to your employees and how that affects your cash flow, especially in the first year as you're getting started. We do have extensive training available. We have 50 training modules that are for the service provider team, and that is so that they can provide the treatment of services in a precise manner so that it's consistent from one provider to another. As well, there are extra training modules for how to sell the BFF savings program, how to check out your guests so that you pre-book them and sell them retail, how to provide beverages and snacks, and all types of training that we have available for running the spa. Then we also have benchmarks that we track as far as your spa operations performance. The spa operating system itself does have some benchmarks, but over the years we've learned that certain things that you focus on are what you're going to be able to change the quickest in order to get your spa to profitability right away. And so we want you to focus on BFF savings program, rebooking your guests, especially new clients, making sure that your productivity is increasing per your scheduled hours and things of this nature. And we will teach you how to do all of that, help you monitor it, and help you optimize your performance as you are building and growing your spa revenue. And also, we do provide sales and marketing support. So this is going to be digital advertising, Facebook advertising, Google, how to optimize your business to be found by the local ChatGPT and Gemini and so on, how to set up your Google business listing, how to set up your social media so that you can start getting some visibility and traction towards your spa location. And then we already talked about tracking critical number, and we are also available and there for you to do weekly business coaching and how to coach your team members, how to do one-on-ones with them, how to get them to pay attention to their metrics and how they're performing, so that when everybody is working on the right types of targets, then that will naturally grow your spa revenues in the quickest manner possible. The next topic we'll cover are the types of professionals that you'll be hiring for your Glosshouz Spa Center franchise. And those are going to include cosmetologists. So cosmetologists are trained in hair, nails, skin treatments, lashes, brows, makeup, and waxing. Then you'll also have estheticians, and depending on the state, these might vary slightly with the type of service or two that they could provide, but we will help you with all of that. But I think in most places, estheticians are able to do most of the same services as cosmetologists, but not hair salon and not nail treatments either. Then you have massage therapists, and those are going to be able to provide massage therapy, body wrap treatments, and primarily those services. And then you have medical providers, and medical providers could be individuals that are licensed as registered nurses, as physician assistants, or as nurse practitioners. And those are the medical personnel that we will train and make sure that they are able to provide all of the medical spa and the wellness treatments. And those will include injectables, threads, microneedling, lasers, body contouring, weight loss programs, hormone therapy, and things of that nature. And then, of course, you have your face of your spa, which are your guest administration or your front desk team. and those are going to be primarily a Glosshouz spa manager who will help you run the whole place, and then they will have an assistant manager or two depending on how busy you get right away. And we will help you with hiring these people, putting out job descriptions, help you with the interviewing and onboarding process, what questions to ask, what qualifications the individuals need to have, what type of personality would be best for a Glosshouz Spa Center team member. And we'll also help you with the compensation plans and how that relates to your cash flow month to month as far as how busy you are and how much revenue you're bringing in. And all of these individuals will join us and be onboarded with an onboarding itinerary based on their position. And they will also have learning management modules that they will complete online, and then they will do a practical for each treatment before they are able to perform those treatments on guest clients. We also have systems in place to do 6-month performance reviews and as well coach people in their career paths with you as they progress on the team over. Next, we'll discuss the medical aesthetics organization. So as a franchise, what we provide that is very valuable to your Glosshouz Spa Center franchise business is we provide the medical entity oversight for medical aesthetic services. One thing to realize is that in many states, medical boards and state laws that determine what constitutes a medical treatment and who can provide these medical services, as well as who can own the med spa business outright, are determined by the laws in your state. And in about half the states in the U.S., there are so-called corporate practice of medicine laws that ensure that people need to follow these rules. And in a lot of cases, you need to have a physician that owns the medical operations part of your spa. So Glosshouz provides the medical entity that you will sign a management agreement, an MA agreement with, and they will be the oversight for the medical operations. This is actually at no cost to your franchise business. We provide this service, but you will also need a local medical director. That is, if you don't have a nurse practitioner or physician assistant that you hire as part of your med team, then you will be able to hire a medical director who is remote and that only comes to visit your spa every now and then and to provide initial assessments. And so that is part of the operations, but it's something that we help our franchisee operating partner up with so that you are legally compliant with the medical regulations that are in your state. If we look at the medical entity and management company structure, this is a flow chart that is explaining what I just discussed. So the Glosshouz USA organization does franchise the franchise business to the operating partner, you, down here in the gray, and you would have a location. You would hire registered nurses, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, possibly, and then you would have a local medical director that you just pay a monthly fee for him to review your charts, do initial assessments if required. Then our Glosshouz USA Ops PLLC is owned by Dr. Gallen, and he will have a management agreement with you in order to provide the medical oversight for your medical director at your location. So this is how the organization is set up for the medical entity and the medical management of the operations of your Glosshouz Spa Center franchise. Next, we'll discuss real estate location and lease assistance. After you commit to get started with Glosshouz USA for a franchise location and you've remitted your franchise fee, then we will help you with the lease location selection criteria and being able to identify commercial lease locations in your city. And we have a commercial real estate partner, Morrow Hill, that is able to organize showings for you, will help you with your letter of intents and negotiations with your landlord, and we'll also help organize a visit from the store so that we can approve your location. The construction management is built into the franchise opportunity pricing, and so it includes two different options. The first is $7,000, which is that we help you with ordering parts and systems and supplies and products and equipment, or we can do the full project management, which includes all of that, plus helping with permitting and with the construction process. I think most franchisees would find value in number 2, but we can discuss that in more detail at a later date. The spa construction timing is going to rely heavily on the building and sign permits that are approved by the city. And after that happens, then it will take about 6 to 9 months of construction, depending on the size of the spa center format that you've chosen. Onboarding to open a new Glosshouz location follows this plan. So 120 days out, we will have the operations manager online training will begin. This will be a period that is about 3 months into you signing your lease. You've received your architectural drawings, you've received your 3 general contractor bids, and now you are waiting for them to get started on the construction. This will be about the time that you want to start completing the operations manager training. And if you are going to be the spa manager, you should definitely take all of this training. It will be required, as well as if you're hiring a spa manager to work for you, then they will also want to take this training, although it could come at a later date. Then about 90 days out, or 3 months, we will get your location up on our website, set up all of your social media platforms, and we'll begin your local advertising. So this will be that we will advertise to become a founding member at your new location. We'll advertise to all our current customers that you will be opening soon and that you will be starting a new Glosshouz very soon. Then 60 days out, we'll finalize the service menu and the pricing according to the personnel that you will hire and the technology and equipment that you'll purchase initially. And we will help configure all the technology systems for you. 30 days out, we will host the spa operator, if that's a different person than yourself, and you as the business owner, and also a lead nurse if you would like for them to come to our facility for training. We will host you all at the Glosshouz flagship location, and you'll spend as much as a week with us getting acclimated to the flow of the spa and the checkout process and the customer interactions, the pick up the customer, introduce yourself, take them to the treatment room, and all of the processes that we have for the customer. Next, we'll have a soft opening week. So once you have your certificate of occupancy, we will come to your spa and we will work with you 5 days minimum, and we will help you with hands-on training and interacting with your friendly clients that will be there for your soft opening. And we'll make sure that you have everything under control to get started with operating your own spa location. And then after you have been open for about 6 to 8 weeks, we will help you with your grand opening party. And at Glosshouz, actually, we do have almost quarterly, every 4 months, open house party where we invite customers to come in, learn all about the services and treatments that we're providing, and they have chances to win prizes and special deals to purchase Botox and fillers and packages and spa days for the holidays, for example, all in the open house night. So we will show you how we do that party and how that operation is handled on the grand opening party. Next, we have Glosshouz training support. So as I mentioned before, we do have in-class and also online learning management system, which is about 105 hours of module training that your service providers will complete, as well as your administration, front desk guest staff. And this will teach you about the business operations, as well as customer interactions. Your service providers will learn step-by-step service protocols and training modules. Your medical spa operations are included in this training, as well as food safety and service, and human resources best practices as far as our employee manual and our employee policies for the team. And then we also have business growth management and metrics for your business, how to track and monitor your increasing revenue and your KPIs for the business in order to focus on the right things to get your customers coming back and providing additional services to your existing customers. We also have on location, in-person, hands-on training, and we'll be able to invite yourself and your spa manager as well as your lead medical provider. We will teach you how to do your spa setup and readiness and your inventory management for products, your guest experience, which is a very important part of developing your reputation as a spa and getting those 5-star Glosshouz reviews, as well as customer service, sales training, and how to properly manage the appointment schedule to optimize revenue on the schedule. Glosshouz Franchise Support Systems, we did touch on this brief, but it also includes a Glosshouz operating manual that's more than 300 plus pages. This is all very searchable on the Google Drive and in an AI system, but we provide this soft copy of the operations manual as well as the medspa manual and the food and beverage manual. Then we also have technology forward systems, and these include the spa operating software, the online review system, the customer texting to the front desk system, the electronic medical records for medical treatments, the before and after photo system for the medical treatments, financial benchmarking, the learning management system, which is the online training, and the Franchisor communication platform. We also have monthly business coaching where we will help you track your metrics, give you coaching about working with your team, hiring the right team, doing one-on-ones, doing your daily huddle, what to focus on every day, and how to help best promote your spa in advertising and all of that. We also have a uniform chart of accounts to manage all of your different revenue streams and to be able to see what is most profitable and what is popular and really making the most revenue and profits for the business. We also have a digital advertising management database, and so that is a reporting system where you have all of your team members submit digital assets, and then we use those digital assets to help advertise your business on social media. Next is the required marketing and advertising spend that your Glosshouz Spa Center franchise location is responsible to commit on a monthly basis. So when you first get started, you do have $10,000 that is required to spend on your grand opening, and that could be any number of methods, which we will discuss with you in the future. Half of it is for you to spend, and we will also spend half of that amount on your pre-opening marketing activities. And then once you're open for business, you are committed to spend $2,600 a month on your digital advertising and other ways of advertising the business. It could be any number of things as these change over time depending on what's working with advertising. And we also do have local advertising assistance. It does cost 20% of your spend, and it is optional if you would like us to do your monthly advertising for you. So there's a number of ways to do advertising, and those are listed here below. The steps to ownership for a Glosshouz Spa Center location include the introductory phase, so that is sharing with you all of the information that we have on this webinar, and we want to get in touch with you, learn what are your goals, what is the territory and the region that you're interested in. We want to understand your investment and financial capabilities to be able to invest in a spa like Glosshouz Spa Center. Also, we have lots of information about the market opportunity for aesthetics and wellness that is growing into the future, and we can share that type of information with you as well. Once we have this introductory call, we do want you to submit a personal profile, and at that time, we will exchange your signature for receipt of our franchise disclosure document. In case you're not aware, the franchise disclosure document is a standardized format for any business out there that is looking to franchise their business opportunity. And from company to company, the franchise disclosure document is uniform, meaning that there are certain sections, 1 through 23, that are all the same. That way, when you're looking at franchises, you're able to compare one offering to another with the same information detailed in each section. Then we'll want to get to know each other. So we will invite you to the spa. We'd like you to have a spa tour to experience some spa services, to see if you love the Glosshouz Spa Center aesthetics and layout, and determine if our goals, both our goal to grow the franchise brand and your goal to be a business owner, are aligned in this effort. Next, we want to introduce you to lenders so that you can determine if you have the financial requirements and ability to invest in a Glosshouz Spa Center. So there is a certain amount of liquid capital that is required. Typically, that's going to be about 30% of the overall cost to get started. And in the franchise disclosure document, you will have detail about everything that is required financially to get started with the business. And you'll be able to know ahead of time if you have the resources available to get started with a Glosshouz Spa Center location. Then, of course, we want you to come visit the Glosshouz. If you're not in town, we want you to stay overnight, have dinner with us, and be able to have a spa tour. We will spend time with you and go over the financials, the business forecasting, learn about the onboarding, and answer any outstanding questions you have. The next step is to sign the franchise agreement. And once you decide to commit to a Glosshouz Spa Center franchise location, then you will sign the franchise agreement, which is at the back of your FDD, and you'll need to remit your initial franchise fee. In our case, that's $45,000, and that will be the initial fee to get started with us. Next, we will assign your territory based on your location and where you are, and then we will be able to provide demographic information. We'll have you work with our commercial real estate partner to be able to identify commercial lease locations in your area that fit all the criteria, and to start negotiations with the landlords. And then the last step is, once you find a location, then we will come visit, and we need to approve the location site in order for you to get started. The next thing is we will build the spa, and after architect plans are complete and you have the permitting from the city for the build of the project, then it usually will take about 6 to 9 months, maybe 7 to 10 months, depending on where you're starting from, and as well as how big of a spa facility you're desiring to invest in. And things to consider when you are selecting a location are going to be all the types of requirements for the spa center facility. These are the space requirements. So depending on your model, these are the maximum requirements, and you may need less than this depending on the spa format size that you choose. These are the electrical requirements, typically 200 amp electrical service feeds. We'll have flooring, which is a finished concrete slab, and we will install luxe vinyl plank as well as carpet and tile in the spa. We will need 2 6-ton RTU for HVAC in the spa, LED lighting throughout. The building signage, the maximum signage required will be about 64 square feet, and that is a very large sign, so you probably will have one smaller than that. The telecom requirements are to have conduit and pull wire from the communications closet all the way to the front desk and to the break room computer. And then we will have wireless Wi-Fi for guests and business use. And we also have a security camera system. And then the plumbing is a 4-inch plumbing drain and cap stub for the tenant space. and a 1.5-inch cold water line is required. The fire sprinkling system will be required based on your municipal authority. And of course, we want to have everything ADA compliant per code and per local permitting. Here is a picture depicting the steps to own a Glosshouz Spa Center, and these are the steps that we just recited. But you can see today you're at day 1, and for you to get open for business might be as much as 1 year from now. The cost to get started with a Glosshouz Spa Center includes the initial franchise fee. In our case, that's $45,000. Some medspa spa centers I've seen up to $60,000. So I think that our initial franchise fee is in line and competitive with industry standard. As well, one advantage that we have with our spa center is that we have a ramp for the royalty fees. So in your first year, the royalty fee is only 4%, and then it ramps to 5% and 6% in years 2 and 3, respectively. And then we also have a royalty cap of $240,000 maximum, which equates to $4 million in revenue. And after that, that's the most that you'll pay in royalties with us. We also do have a brand fund for brand community advertising, and that is 2%. Then we have financial requirements, as we've already discussed, which is from $411,000 up to $1.4 million. And you do need to have liquid capital of $200,000 to $300,000, depending on the size of Glosshouz facility that you would like. Let's talk about how much can you make. So with Glosshouz Spa Center, we are a multi-service, multi-revenue stream spa, and that provides us a great competitive advantage, as well as it provides many revenue streams to contribute towards our high revenues. You can see that in 2023, the top line revenue was $3.5 million, and the net income for the franchisee after franchise fees would be around $528,000. And the low amount that we had just last year, I think due to recession in 2020 and people cutting back on spending, we did do $2.6 million, and the take-home pay would be around $283,000 for the franchisee after royalties are paid. You can see here also that a big advantage for our model is that we have the BFF savings program member revenue generation. And you can see that it equates to more than 65% of our revenues in some years. So that provides a very stable and predictable business for our spa centers. When we look at the breakdown of the P&L, you can see here that you would have your top line revenue and then subtract the gratuities, as those are not included in the franchise fees. And that leaves you with the gross revenues of the spa center. After that, you would subtract out your cost of goods sold, which are things such as medical injectable product costs, other product costs to provide all the different services, as well as wages you would subtract from your top line revenue, and your operating expenses that include your rent and advertising and utilities and so on. Then you would subtract your royalty fee. In this case, we're showing the maximum of 6%. But you can see also that you do have room to grow, and if you are over the $240,000 maximum cap in the year, then you do not need to pay extra royalties in that case. And I think that is a big advantage of the Glosshouz Spa Center business opportunity. So the next step is to get in touch. You'll never know what it's like to be a business owner unless you take action and get started. And I will say it's been a wonderful journey. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's afforded me so many benefits, and I've learned so much. I feel like I've grown as a person and an investor. I've been able to invest in real estate with my business and been able to save so much on taxes over the years, and all of that comes with business ownership. So I highly recommend it. So get in touch and we'll send you the franchise disclosure document and provide a deeper dive with you. We will help you with your financial planning. We'll have you come visit the spa center in Denver and meet myself and the team. And then we will have you sign the franchise agreement to bring a Glosshouz to your community. After that, we will get you started with our real estate team. Join the Glosshouz brand franchise system. We are just getting started. We've recently signed our first franchisee this year, and she is getting the architecture plans designed for the lease space currently, and then it will take another 6 to 7 months to get the spa built. So hopefully we will have it open by first quarter of next year, 2026. Very exciting. Join the brand and help us help people be happy and confident every day, and also earn the lifestyle you desire, to be your own boss, to set your own schedule, to have your own freedoms. I highly recommend it. I hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you for joining us on the Aesthetic Advantage podcast by Glosshouz. If you'd like to learn more about us, our treatments, memberships, franchise opportunities, visit glosshouz.com. We'd love it if you would share this show with anyone passionate about aesthetics and wellness as we are. Until next time, stay inspired, stay beautiful.